It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Wednesday, the 3rd of January. I'm Michael Groff. Warm and dry weather to continue through the rest of the week and this weekend, but a pattern change coming in by next week as troughing sets up along the west coast, increasing clouds. And does that mean a chance of rain finally here across the southwest? We'll talk about it. We look out there this morning, 75 degrees the high in the valley yesterday after a morning low of 48. And outside right now, here just before 8 a.m., we are under mostly cloudy skies. And we start the day out at 50 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew points at 21, humidity 32%. The winds are light, the barometer is steady. Temperatures around south central Arizona this morning, mostly in the 40s to low 50s. Of course, the cool spots, Fort McDowell, Maricopa. And there's a couple of pockets of upper 30s here and there. Check out the temperatures around the country, though. Now, we've moderated these temps just a little bit, especially in the northern plains, but it's still mighty cold. 13 degrees below zero at Devil's Lake, North Dakota. That's the coldest temperature I could find in the lower 48, at least on this map. But it is cold all the way down into parts of Texas with teens. And in North Florida this morning, they're getting some snow as of last hour. A light snow shower at Tallahassee, Florida, with a temperature of 31 degrees at that time. Water vapor satellite view still shows the deep trough going on across the central and eastern part of the country, a meridional flow, a cross-polar flow setting up in that part of the country. But here in the southwest, we just have our old dirty ridge of high pressure, which is allowing in plenty of mid and high-level clouds. The watch warning map, nothing to be concerned about here right now. But a hard freeze warning and numerous winter weather issues from the Gulf Coast all the way up the east coast of the United States. A major winter storm due to impact the Northeast over the next few days as a low pressure climbs up the east coast. And so that's going to result in plenty of wind, snow, very heavy snow, icing, and probably some power outages for the folks in the Northeast. Convective outlook, no organized severe weather today, but some thunder possible central and northern California and along the immediate Atlantic coast of Florida. Rainfall around here for the next 7 days, and this is valid through next Wednesday morning, and that's a very important distinction, which we'll talk about in a minute. This is showing some rain in parts of Southern California, Southern Nevada, Western Nevada as well. You could see anywhere from a tenth to a quarter, maybe even a half inch of rain further to the west. And this is indicative of where the pattern is headed, and we'll talk about it now as we get out to the models and take a look. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 5 o'clock today. The upper look at 18,000 feet. Ridging here across the southwest, a westerly flow, and still going to be plenty of mid and high-level clouds today. I'd call it mostly cloudy, with highs today in the mid-70s for us here in the valley. Tonight, mostly cloudy, lows mostly in the 40s to about 50. And then tomorrow, a little backdoor cold front trying to nudge into New Mexico, and that starts some mixing, a little bit of upglide in the atmosphere, and could get an isolated shower perhaps just south of the border or along the southeast border of our state. It won't be anything to write home about, maybe just a trace or a couple hundredths of an inch, but certainly that's a possibility way down there. For us, I'd say less clouds in play tomorrow. We'll call it mostly sunny, just a few clouds, highs in the mid and upper 70s. Friday, mid and upper 70s again, mostly sunny skies. The warmest desert spots could get to near 80 as ridging continues here. Saturday, another trough really starts to rush into the Pacific Northwest coast, and that'll move quickly into the Great Basin Saturday night and early Sunday. And this could translate into an isolated shower or two here in south central Arizona. Better concentration over the higher terrain of northern Arizona. This is not going to be a big rain event. Even in northern Arizona, I'd say the rainfall will be pretty widely spaced, but keep in mind that Saturday night or early Sunday morning here in the valley, we might have a sprinkle, a light shower. I don't think it's going to be anything measurable, and it's pretty unlikely that it happens at all, but something that I will mention. Otherwise, the day on Saturday is partly sunny and highs, again, low to mid-70s. Same thing Sunday, partly sunny, low to mid-70s. Then on Monday, low 70s, and we got another area of low pressure. A bigger trough now sets up along the west coast, and this is an important feature. This is something that marks a pattern change for us, even if it is only temporary, because on Tuesday, check that out, a 988 millibar low just west of San Diego, and plenty of rain heading into the central and northern California, approaching southern California late on Tuesday. And then this is a week from today, Wednesday, the 10th of January. That low continues to move further to the east. nearing, well, just south of San Francisco at that point. And as that happens, a southwesterly flow sets up. Don't think we're going to get a big, long fetch of moisture. We're not going to get the atmospheric river, a deep tropical moisture tap, but still, this system does look to be pretty dynamic. So this would yield a pretty good chance of rain coming into the western half of the state by late Wednesday. Now, this is still a week out. You know how I feel about talking about things a week out. This is kind of getting out toward no man's land, but there's been pretty consistent model agreement on this. Let's check the European. Same time next Wednesday afternoon, and it looks almost identical. Rain, mountain snows across the western half of Arizona. We'd start to see some rain coming into the valley potentially if this verifies by sometime middle of next week. And then this is Thursday, the 11th of January, and you see that low quickly rushes off into the plains and leaves us with a dry westerly flow. And this is the end of the 10-day forecast period, Friday, the 12th of January, a mainly zonal flow. Temperatures right around average, maybe just a couple of degrees above that, somewhere in the upper 60s, perhaps low 70s. And we see that as we check the numbers coming off of the European ensemble through the period above average for the rest of the week, this weekend, and then early next week, we start to see those dips in high temperatures getting back down toward the low 60s with the possibility of rain coming in here. Pretty widely agreed upon by the models, but my caution is that we've seen this a lot this fall and winter season, so we're not going to get too excited about it just yet. And that's going to wrap it up for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning, and if you like our videos, be sure to subscribe so that whenever we post a brand new one, you'll get the notifications. Otherwise, be safe out there and have a great Wednesday.